welcome to the inaugural edition of Madge Unmuted. I am your host, Madge Madigan. And those of you who don't know me are like, who the hell is this broad? Well, I've been around the block a few times. Not like that. Well, maybe like that. I don't know. I was in radio and TV over the years. I've written a couple of books, and I've been a blogger for like 15 years on various platforms, except for the 10 meter. Just kidding. I tried my hand at stand-up comedy, and it didn't work, as you could tell from that last joke. And I have been a columnist. I sold real estate, and by now you're like, Madge, why can't you keep a job? Well, I don't know. I was trying to find myself, as they say, but, I know why, because I was raising kids all by myself. That's a whole nother story, but basically now my kids are 26, 23, and 21, and I got divorced from their dad when they were all under the age of 7. So I had a whole bunch of unfortunate stuff happen. I won't bother to tell you. Their dad lived out of state. He went incommunicado, as opposed to Nelly Furtado. And there was job loss, eviction, food stamps, and other crap along the way. But I managed to get all 3 of my kids into college. And the last one is starting her senior year at Syracuse. So screw you and judging me about a job, okay? Because I was dealing with kids. So anyway, welcome to Madge Unmuted. I would like to introduce to you my first guest on the Madge Unmuted show. It is Mr. Scott Fizgerald.
Hi.
Hello. Everyone I know is Fitzy, who is Fitzgerald.
I've had some people call me Fitzy.
Fitzy, Fitzpatrick, Fitzsimmons, Smell you later, Fitz. Oh, that's not your name.
Fitzhume.
Fitz. Yeah, exactly. Fitz. And the tantrums.
Yes, I wish.
So I like that clappy song, by the way, they did. Okay, former morning guy on Fickle 93.3 in Rochester, New York. Currently does mornings on Otter Radio. He's swimming with the otters on Adirondack 105 in Lake Placid. How do you do that, by the way?
I recorded here in Rochester, but all the people in Lake Placid think that I'm there.
That's the beauty of modern technology, isn't it? Scott is a filmmaker who won Best Filmmaker in Rochester 3 years running, and is in post-production. I'm having about as much trouble as Donald Trump is reading a.
No, you're not that
sorry,
bad.
No. We should show him to reading is fundamental. Anyway, post-production on his first feature comedy film, Bottom Feeders. And he also co-owns this lovely studio that we are in right now. Rock Vox is the name of it, with fellow filmmaker Steve Miller. Oh, is he a space cowboy?
He is. He's a joker and a smoker and a midnight toker.
I bet he never, ever hears that either. And his wife, Kelly. Wait, whose wife, Kelly? His or yours?
My wife, Kelly. Yeah, not Steve's wife. His wife's name is Diane.
Oh.
Yeah, that was just bad writing on my part.
Yeah, it was, but I won't take points off. So, Kelly, that would be Mrs. Fitzgerald?
Yep, Mrs. Fitz.
Mrs. Fitz. And he joins me today because a real broadcaster bailed on me. No, that's not true. He is a legend as far as he knows in Rochester. No, I'm kidding. Scott has been a tremendous friend to me and help with this. So I am very thankful, and I'm very thankful to Rock Fox Studios, which I will mention to you a little bit later. More about that. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in.
Jump around.
And we're probably going to jump around a little bit too, so pay attention. Okay, so first off, what's up with this studio? What's the deal? What do you do here?
Like in general?
Yes.
We try to do podcasts, but I've found that it's really difficult for me to be on a podcast.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually engineering it. I'm usually in the control room. But
sorry about that.
I set it up like a radio station as best as I could. So
I like that.
It really is designed for professionals, even though
of which you are one. Sorry.
Amateurs can come in.
Okay.
But because I think that nowadays that line is really blurred. And a lot of people start off as a green amateur, and within a couple of weeks they're as good as a seasoned professional. And I like to try to help people do that because of my broadcasting background. I try to, give people some pointers on what they can do.
Yeah. That's fantastic. And because we all know that podcasts are the big deal, have been for a few years now.
Yeah.
And they're becoming more and more popular. And everybody, there's a whole lot of people with something to say. A whole lot of people without something to say, but say it anyway. No, and that's a really great service that I think you're offering here. So
yeah, and we do legacy casts, which is to bring in your family members and have a nice professionally recorded, tell your family story kind of thing.
That's really cool,
especially for the elderly and for I have one lady whose mother has dementia.
Ooh.
And they really want to get her to capture her personality before it disappears.
Sure.
So.
I wish we'd had that. Both my parents are gone, and they had they've been gone like 7 and 8 years now, and they were like in their late 80s, and they had so many interesting stories because they were my dad was in World War II, and which I think it was more of a battle to raise 6 kids. So
wow.
Us big Irish Catholic families.
Oh yeah. I know. My father is the oldest of 9. My mom is, I think, her family has 7 or 8.
Holy
I lose track.
moly.
I'd have to actually count them all out, because I can't remember.
That's like the King family.
Who's
such
the King
an old.
family?
Oh my God, that's such an old reference. It was these people that used to have they were a singing group, and they were like the original Duggars, but they sang.
Yeah.
They were always on like Perry Como,
and they would. It's like they came out with a violin or something.
Yeah, there was like.
Here's a ukulele.
Exactly, and they just sang their little hearts out. But anyway, okay, so back to this. So you were saying due to your background. So what is your background besides a Sling Blade poster?
I kind of like the French fried potatoes. Going back, let's see. I'm a musician. Back in the old days, I went to school for radio and then took an internship in video, and that turned into a 25-year career. And in there, at some point, I had some bands and did some recording and stuff like that.
Wow. What kind of music?
Avant-garde. It was very strange. Have you ever heard of, I know you're going to say no, Mr. Bungle?
That sounds really familiar.
Mr. Bungle is a band that was fronted by Mike Patton, who's from... Faith No More.
Oh,
and that was like his first band, and they were just out there stuff. It's really out there. And then we kind of modeled ourselves after them in a way. So we could be doing some sort of really speed metal part, and then go into a country part, and then go into jazz, and then
I love that. I love musicianship like that can just slip in and out of a genre and on the change of a chord, or
it's real challenging.
Oh my God, I love that though. Okay, wait, is avant-garde is like Frank Zappa?
So it depends on. I mean, that's a fine line. It depends on how you, because even I think Frank Zappa's weird. Like there's a lot of really weird stuff.
Frank,
but a lot of it is pretty accessible.
Okay.
In the because some of that avant-garde stuff is just really out there.
Oh, well,
and we were kind of in the middle.
Okay. But how were your lyrics? Were they were they trying to be funny, or were they serious, or a little of both?
They were funny to 20-something-year-old dudes in the mid-90s. So
okay,
take that with a grain of salt. I don't know. I mean, there were some funny things. I don't even remember. So we had one song was called Chico and His Flying Mule. Another one was called Scarred Track, because I played the theme for Star Trek in the background at some point during the song. That's
fun.
It was a lot of puns.
Yeah.
A lot of puns in our music. And our name was Phonetic Plumbing. So there you go.
I love that. See, that's my kind of stuff. Like, speaking of puns, like one of my absolute favorite bands Oh my God, I just sound like a 13-year-old boy, didn't I? One of my absolute favorite bands was because they're kind of Beastie Boys.
Oh yeah.
And talk about puns. I mean, if you really
Yeah,
listen
we were big
to their...
fans of them back then.
Oh my
They were a
God.
big influence on us.
I'll stir fry you in my walk.
Yeah.
Like a pinch on the neck from Mr. Spock.
Yeah, they had great lyrics.
That stuff still makes me laugh. Anyway, by the way, as an aside, I just got done I watched the documentary of them on Apple TV that the two remaining members did, DJ Ad Rock and Mike D. And God bless Adam Yauch. He's MCA. He's no longer with us.
Yeah.
And so they did this documentary and they came out with a book and it's freaking awesome. So
yeah, I always thought that the Beastie Boys were way underrated.
Yeah.
From the general, I mean, the true fans knew exactly what they were, but I think most people just thought they were some, former punk, rappy white kids, but they were brilliant.
Yeah.
They were just absolutely brilliant and so creative.
They really were. And if you watch this documentary, it talks about, oh, well, I don't want to go on the whole thing, but it talks about like how the whole fight for your right to party was pretty much like a novelty act that Russell Simmons and what's his name? Rick Rubin, kind of made them do. And they're like, these are people we used to make fun of. So we're just making fun of them. But now we're like becoming these people.
Yeah,
So let's go do something else. And then that's where Paul's Boutique came in. But anyway.
Oh, it's the best album.
Oh my God,
I
isn't
love
it?
Paul's Boutique.
Oh my God.
I love their little instrumentals that they have in that.
Oh.
It's just amazing.
Yeah. Well, that's another cool
Sabrosa.
That's a cool thing. In this book, it explains how their favorite pastime was like going to record stores and just digging through bins and bins and bins and finding some obscure they like all kinds of stuff, like R&B and soul and world music, whatever, and they would find a beat. They would find, like a hook or a beat and then just sample the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, you can just patch together a whole album off of somebody else's stuff.
I just love how through time when they were, incredibly successful and, very wealthy, and they became producers and, did a lot of great things. But they were still always so...
Are we under attack?
Yes, it's the air raid.
Get under your desk, kids.
Like I said, the window inserts are on the way.
I kind of like that. Sorry.
And we've been here the studio's been here for 2.5, almost 3 years. And that is the third time that has gone off during a podcast.
Really?
Believe it or not.
Oh my God, it's a sign.
Oh my God.
Warning, here comes Madge. Okay, where the hell was I? Oh, okay. So that's very cool. I love your varied background. I too went to college for radio and TV.
Yeah.
Not that anybody cares. But
when did you graduate? Can we put the year? Can we go for the year? What the year?
Well, I was supposed to graduate.
I guess that's a better. When were you supposed to graduate, as opposed to when you did?
Okay. I was supposed to graduate college in 1987.
Oh gosh, I was just starting high school.
Go F yourself. Yeah, I'm old. I don't care.
You age well, though. Isn't that what I'm supposed to say?
I don't know how the fuck to take that, but thanks. I'm like a fine wine or cheese.
They go well together.
They do. So I'm my own snack. What?
That's a different conversation for a different podcast.
God, seriously.
Where's Dr. Drew?
Sorry, Mrs. Fitz. Getting a little kooky here. Okay, so yeah, I went to college for radio and TV, and I thought I was a real audiophile, and I thought I was going to be the next world's greatest DJ. Mm-hmm. And then I got into radio and commercial radio and found out what it was really like But
Shh, don't tell everybody.
No, sorry. Not, anyway, I won't, I was going to say something, but I got to wash myself. Yeah, I was going to talk trash. I was going to talk trash because there's some,
I got all kinds of
there's
trash
some
to talk.
corporations in this country that are just going to have one,
there's only
one
3
DJ
now anyway. So
for the entire nation. Just
they
going
own
to
all.
syndicate them everywhere.
I know.
But anyway, okay, yeah. So, I won't say that. I just did, so that was stupid. But anyway, I was in college. I was a radio DJ, and the name of my show was "You're Soaking in It with Madge." Now I don't know if anybody who's old
get the
enough.
reference.
Thank you. And I looked that up to see if anybody would get that if I mentioned it. And her commercials, these were Palmolive commercials, and it was a lady, Madge the manicurist, and she'd be having her clients be soaking in a dish, and somehow they start talking about dishpan hands, as often women do, and
Common.
all the time, all damn day, I'm talking about dishpan hands, and then they're like, oh, dishwashing liquid, and she's like, you're soaking in it. And they're like, oh, dishwashing liquid? And she's like, it's okay. It's Palmolive. But anyway, okay, that was the Cliff Notes.
They left out all the lawsuits from the people after that. They were
exactly.
I went in here for a manicure. I paid all kinds of money, and she just soaked my hands in dish soap.
Exactly. I could have done that shit at home. And that's why she lost all her clients, because they just went home and did dishes. And that was their manicure. But anyway, what I was saying was that those commercials ran until 1992.
Did they really?
Yeah, for like 1967 or something like that, mid-60s.
Wow, so like a good 30 years.
Yeah.
Huh? Close to 30 years.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I mean, you say that, the Madge commercials, the Palmolive commercials, I think late 70s, early to mid 80s, maybe.
Yeah. I want to say I think 1966. I don't know. Don't
sounds
quote
about
me.
right.
But as a matter of fact, so you're soaking in it with Madge, and then so that was my Halloween costume a few times during college. And all that it consisted of is I went to Kmart. Kmart at the time. Does Kmart even exist anymore?
No.
Okay, so I bought like a polyester smock, and I took a Sharpie and I wrote Madge on it, like as if it was embroidered, really high tech. And then I would go to all these fraternity parties, and I ended, I had like some nail files in the pockets, and I think I ended up bringing a little thing of Palmolive. But you're standing around a fraternity party with your red Solo cup full of keg beer. Every freaking drunk guy would come and stick his hand in my beer and go, "I'm soaking in it." I was like, "That's."
So that's when you take that nail file and cram it in their eye.
Yeah, seriously. So, but then, back then we didn't know, it wasn't like COVID period. So you're like, okay, I'll just keep drinking my beer. You just stuck your hand in it.
Right. Doesn't matter where. And college guys, you don't know where the hell their hands have been.
Lord. Well, I do know where they have been.
Hey.
So, hey, anyway, okay, where were we going with that? I don't know. Let's get back to you. See, and the gist of this podcast that is kind of loosely being, speaking of loosely,
speaking of loose,
again, sorry, Mrs. Fitzgerald.
See, you say that, and I think of my mother, and it's just weird.
I know. I'm sorry. That's weird. Yeah, that is really weird. So anyway, it would be different if it wasn't weird for you.
That'd be bad.
That'd be bad.
That would be weird.
Yeah,
It'd be weird if it wasn't weird.
Extra weird.
Yeah.
So
Speaking
loosely.
of loose,
We're going to talk about Speaking of loose, let's get back to Madge. No. The theme of this thing. What is this? A podcast? Is that what we're
It's some sort of collection of audio and video files
that I will agree to
crammed
that.
together with Palmolive dish soap and shame.
Exactly. Lots and lots of shame.
Yeah. Catholic guilt. Sprinkled in.
Forgive me, Father Fitz, for I have sinned.
How many years has it been to your last regression?
Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I can't even remember.
You got to turn into a leprechaun when you Blue clovers and yellow diamonds. I'm colorblind. I don't know.
That's right. You said you were colorblind. That's why does it still?
No.
Oh, it's gone.
See, this is what I'm telling you. Like today is a bad day for me.
That's okay.
And I
Must
don't
be
know.
some
I don't know why.
Mercury in retrograde stuff or something.
So what exactly does that mean?
Oh,
Does it have to do with the planets?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it has to do with a thermometer.
I get the Mercury.
Jesus
They don't even use that anymore.
I know, because it killed all the fish. You can't even have tuna anymore.
I can. Trust me, it's not going to hurt anything now at this point.
Really, we got enough to hurt us. Or we're probably got everything has hurt us so much nothing can hurt us.
Is this show called Sidetracked with Madge?
Yes, it is. How did you know? Oh my God, there is like nothing that's ever from point A to point B.
Look, something shiny with Madge.
Yeah, pretty much. Squirrel. Oh, look, it's Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes.
On the wall.
He's watching you.
He is.
He's judging you.
I was just going to say he's judging me. You're so judgy, Philip, even in your afterlife. Okay, so I don't know what I was on track to say, but I'm going to...
We sidetracked with loosely.
Oh, yeah, I was just talking about my shirt. I have this, fancy flash dance top.
I do like that. You're a maniac.
Thank you. I'm a maniac.
And the person who can get to answer all the to write in all the 80s references at the bottom of the page wins.
Gets a prize.
Yes. A bottle of mini spring water from Wegmans.
That's what my mother would do everything with. Okay, you'll get a prize if you do this. I'm still waiting for all my prizes, Mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so what the hell is up with this movie Bottom Feeders?
Oh, Bottom Feeders. Yeah. No, that's a Bottom Feeders is a
having been one myself.
having still being one.
Still am.
Bottom Feeders is a comedy. It's about two guys, John and Steve, who are trying to hold on to their college lives. They don't want to grow up.
Oh.
And so they're just sort of striving for mediocrity. They've got a couple of ladies that they're interested in that think they might change them, but they have a surprise on the way.
Wait, the ladies think they're going to change the dudes?
Yeah, they want the dudes to sort of like, become men or whatever.
Yeah, that never works.
Yeah, the one guy lives in his mom's basement. The other guy,
of course,
chases after Kinderschnitzel. So,
wait, what?
Young girls.
Like Jeffrey Epstein, young girls?
No,
or
I mean,
bordering.
I mean, they were. Epstein was like what?
That's creepy, Scott. Why do you have to make films about that?
No.
I'm just kidding.
We're talking about 18, 17, 18 for a kid who's
18. Say 18. 18 is legal.
for a guy who's 22.
Oh,
it's different when they're 50.
Oh well, yeah, absolutely. I've always wondered about that. Isn't that like here's another tangent or veer off the path about maybe I shouldn't go there. I was like talking about underage boys and girls because but like isn't there a thing? If you're underage, but also in a certain year range. I mean, because like, look, when I was in high school in the late 70s, early 80s, I mean, there were girls, freshmen that were 14 that were dating seniors that were 18, and that some were held back turning 19 or whatever.
Right.
So is that okay? I know you're probably not.
Technically, probably by law, no. If there's a kid in high school and he's over the age of 18 and he's dating a 14-year-old, first of all, I mean, when you're that like when I was 18, I wasn't interested in 14-year-olds. But then again, I was always interested in older women, so I don't know.
Oh well,
I'm a little bit different.
Yeah, that is different. No, not really. I know there's a lot of guys, especially now. I'm like freaking. I feel like a novelty act sometimes. Like, hey, you're an older woman. Like, what I like.
Like, I never rode in a Corvette before.
Exactly. Like, I know some sort of tricks that they've never experienced. Like,
Show me what it was like to make love in the 70s. What did you do back then?
Well, first, I'm not going to shave. Oh, sorry. No, I mean, it's like I'm some sort of carnival ride. Like, oh. But anyway, I digress about the dudes. So, like, is this a full-length feature film?
Yes. It's 95 minutes long. And
okay.
Our good friend Sky Sands is one of the stars.
Oh, my gosh. I haven't seen him in forever. I mean, like, just personally on the street. Like, I used to see, you remember the Otter Lodge?
Yeah.
It's not there anymore
Yeah.
now. I think I used to see him there at happy hour every once in a while.
Yeah, because they have that salon right around the corner from the Otter Lodge.
What salon?
He and his wife own a salon.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, and it's right around the corner from the Outer Lodge.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Well, you learn something new every day.
There you do.
So when's this thing due to be finished and come out and all that?
So we're finished with editing. We're doing the color correction, and we got to do the music and the mixing, the audio mixing. So we're hoping for October, but probably realistically, we're gonna shoot for Christmas. But it's we were so lucky that we finished production on March 13th of this year.
Holy crap!
Right as the Rona was coming around the corner.
That's right when they were shutting the door to the store. No, sorry, you can't come in. We're just about to close it for the night.
So that's exactly what happened. We've been shooting for 2 weeks prior to that. Our last day of production was the 13th. We had Jeremy London on set, who was from Mallrats and Party of Five and stuff.
Oh my god!
He does a cameo. He plays a great comedic role.
Oh my god!
That's hilarious. And so we were watching the news coming in about the NBA just canceled their season and this production is shutting down and that production is shutting down. Everybody's making a run for the stores. Now, we'd been shooting for 2 weeks. I was busy. This is 6 a.m. to whatever, 8 p.m., whatever. And so I finally, and my wife didn't go shopping. We had nothing. She's like, you've got to go to the store. I went to the store. There was nothing.
Yeah. I hear you.
All I could buy was like frozen Stouffer's enchiladas.
Oh, I know. I had a kid coming home from spring break for spring break from Syracuse, and I'm like, oh, I'll get whatever, and wasn't realizing, until they canceled the St. Patrick's Day parade, then I knew it was serious. Yeah. It was about to go down.
Yeah.
And and then my other daughter decided to come home from Connecticut, where she's works and lives full time, and I'm like, and then I go to the store like you, and there's not a damn thing in there, and no toilet paper. Luckily, I had bought toilet paper on the last run.
We weren't in need of toilet paper, but just food,
right?
That makes the need for toilet paper.
Yeah. That's kind of how that works. It's
gross science in there.
Catch 22 or cyclical or whatever. You know how that goes.
The circle of life.
The circle of digestive health.
That's your other podcast. The Circle of Digestive Health with Madge. You're soaking in that.
And let's learn about poop. Speaking of that, do you have kids?
Speaking of poop, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, one of them's pushing the buttons behind the glass.
Oh, hi.
I guess he's waving. I can't see him because of the reflection.
I can see it's a shadowy
so
figure.
if there's anything wrong with this episode, it's his fault.
All right. What's his name?
Sean.
Don't suck.
Fitzgiven.
Fitz what?
Fitzgiven.
Fitzgiven?
Yeah, that's his movie name. His what do they call it? Stage name. That's his stage name.
There you go.
Fitzgiven. Yeah.
Madge is my nom de plume.
Nom de plume?
Yes.
The pen name.
There you go. You stayed awake for that.
French.
Okay, how old is that kid?
He's 17.
Oh, so do you have others?
Yeah.
Do you have a matching set?
I have Irish twins.
Oh,
Sean and John are 17 and 16.
See, there you go.
And then Abby is 13.
Abby is my youngest, my 21-year-old.
Yeah, mine's.
Oh my God.
Do you have an Abby? Is she an Abigail?
Abigail.
See, ours is just an Abby. Like we skipped the classy
formality
part and went right for the nickname.
It's not nice to say to your daughter. We skipped your classy part.
For her name,
No,
not
I know.
her personality.
I know. Look,
I
okay.
mean, if we were going to name her personality, she'd be a Trish. No, I don't know.
Wait. I'm like, okay, no, that's bizarre because that's actually what I wanted to name my Abby. I'm
Trish?
not even going to lie. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Patricia, I wanted to call her Trish, and my ex-husband was like, not on my watch. And so we could not agree on a name until like the day after she was born. So Abigail, but I call her Abigail because like there's all kinds of Abbies. So
and Abby's a very popular name, especially in Rochester for some reason.
Yeah,
a lot of Abbies.
And so I have a John also, but he's my oldest, but we call him Jack. And then so
how does that happen? Why do you replace one syllable names with another one syllable name?
I don't know. Because probably in Irish families there were some goddamn many Johns.
Because there were so many Johns that they had to switch half of them to Jacks.
Yeah, exactly.
G'day, Bruce. Hello, Bruce. Hello, Bruce. You mind if we call you Bruce to avoid confusion?
This is Daryl, Larry, and Daryl, or is it Daryl? Yeah, Larry, my other brother, or Daryl. I don't know. Do you remember that?
I know.
Bob Newhart.
I recognize it, but Bob Newhart. Yeah.
Okay, so that went over like a Led Zeppelin. What the hell were we just talking about?
Which time?
I do a lot of that. I know.
Which time? We were we go back to one of the first tangents. We were talking about bottom feeders. We were talking about. And I said Sky Sands, and then that's when we were on.
No, I was talking about then kids' names. My other kid is Elizabeth. When I call her Libby.
So you have three?
Yep, I do indeed. One boy, girl. And okay, so I gotta mention. So my youngest, she's gonna be just starting her senior year at Syracuse. Oh, so that was the other thing. She came home at back to this. She came home at COVID shutdown, and they said, "Don't come back." But not just her, just like the whole school. Like Abby Spelney, don't go.
They must really not want you there. They're pretending that there's a global pandemic, so you don't go back to school.
Exactly. Jeez. We've heard about your mother, so don't come back. We heard you're on the wrong track. And then Libby graduated from Quinnipiac last year.
Oh wow.
She works full time.
Takes polls.
She does.
She does all the polls.
Wait. All right. No. Yes. Polls as in like surveys. Thank you. Don't be talking about daughter and polls.
Stripper.
Or any other kind of
You said Quinnipiac, so I automatically went to polls.
Yeah, I know. Quinnipiac polls. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, Libby. I'm sorry.
It's the only way I would know that.
No, I know. That's how anybody does.
It's a very prestigious school.
It is. Anybody.
It's impressive.
People. Oh, thank you. And like I had anything to do with it. And so
you sent her there somehow.
I did.
She was smart enough to get in there.
Yeah.
So you had to have something to do with that, right?
I did. And then my oldest, he lives in New York City, and he graduated from NYU 4 years ago. Woohoo! And I did that all on my own. So I could tell you too can learn the secrets of motherhood. How to send your children when you are on food stamps. How to send your children to good schools. Send in $29.95 for your kit now.
Is one of the ways to never date so that you're always there to make sure your kids study?
Pretty much. No, really, I'm not.
I'm kind of joking, but I'm also being serious because you as a single mom and 3 kids, you really did not have any time to try to explore a new personal life because that's a lot of work and to keep them on track. For the first 8 years of my divorced life, I did not have a relationship because I only went out either on a date or just to go out when they weren't home. So that was almost never. But but then also they were so young too, and I'm like, I'm not going to deal with that bringing somebody in and it doesn't work and they get confused. Yeah, and plus I'm picky. I'm like, you're not worth inviting to my kids. And then showing to my kids. Kids have daddy issues, and then it is a poll. Oh, God, this is how to keep them off the pole. That's what I was trying to do. So
And anyway, those are my kids, and they're awesome. And I'm writing a book on how you too can cultivate a master race of children. So,
Wow.
master race, not. Oh no, that's bad. Sorry, I mean master, like good kids. Oh fuck. Oh, sorry about that.
It will only cost you.
I am not. No, that is so not cool. I'm really sorry about that. I meant like
We know what you meant. It's cool.
a class of
Yes.
so a
Hey,
gaggle of kids.
just because some a-holes decided to use that term doesn't mean that
I
you
know.
had any ill intent.
Those are just abhorrent people.
Yes.
I'm just let that be known right now. So bottom feeders, speaking of.
Guilty.
So all right.
Yes,
So
it was fun. We did that.
cool.
We did that thing.
So you'll let us all know when that's gonna.
Oh yeah,
come
you're gonna
out?
be like, all right, enough about
Jesus
your damn bottom
Christ,
feeders
enough
movie.
With okay.
I'm tired of it.
Where's my little cameo?
Next one. I didn't really know you when
I
we
know.
shot
This
that.
is true. This is true.
I would have had you in there for sure.
Oh, good. I would have just lit up the whole screen because I would have set it on fire
Right.
with actual matches, not me. So, all right. So I already asked you about like. Oh wait, where are you from?
I'm from Long Island,
Oh,
but I was raised in South
sorry.
Florida.
okay. Where in Long Island?
Massapequa is where my family's from.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But I moved down to Florida when I was 5, so I don't
Oh.
really count as a Long Islander.
Oh, is your family still there?
I do have some family on Long Island, aunts and uncles, some
Have you-
cousins.
Have you been near them lately?
No,
Have they been up here?
no.
Okay, good. Let's keep it that way.
Why? Because of the Rona?
Yeah.
No, most of my family's down in Florida.
All right.
Yeah. South Florida raised. Just
Oh,
explains a lot.
South Florida.
Explains a lot.
Is that why you
It's the
like
epicenter of crazy.
you wear a fur coat when it's 70 degrees out? It explains that.
That's like
I just
normal.
remember that's all the old ladies did. When I was a kid, I'm from New York State, and we'd go to Florida on vacation, and it would be like these 100-year-old ladies from New York City with their fur coats.
Yeah.
And because they were chilly.
Yeah, because it's 60 degrees.
Yeah. No, it was 70, and I'm in the pool. I'm like sweating.
Yeah. Now Florida is that's a crazy place.
Yeah, I saw it on Cops a lot.
Yeah. You ever do the Florida Man Challenge?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I love that. Explain to our listeners the Florida Man Challenge.
So you type in Google, you type in Florida Man and your birthday.
Oh, I thought it was your name.
Oh, it could be named too.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple of different ones. But
Yeah.
anyway, the basic idea is that whatever you put in conjunction with Florida Man will always
will generate
Generate some
sort
sort
of
of-
interesting headline. Florida man tries to shoplift an alligator from the
in
petting
his
zoo.
pants.
Yeah.
It's never a good idea, whatever they do.
No. That puts a new meaning on vice grip.
Oh.
I don't know. All right. So I'm just going to ask you this. Like going back to what I'm intending this show to be
Yeah.
and what it really comes out to be, I have no idea. But what I intended to be is talking about change because we're on the cusp, the precipice, if you will. Sorry, did I get it in your eye? And whether we like it or not, stuff is changing, and I mean it's not necessarily how do I like because of one thing or because of some people but it's just changing. Okay, how do you? Well, I mean, I think I know the answer already, but how do you think your world is changing, and do you like it?
Overall, I think I do. I think that it's an evolution, and we were just forced into it quicker.
That's what I say.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I do.
I'm not a big hugger. Sometimes for some people I do, like my close friends.
Yeah.
Or not my close friends, but people that I know that. Let's put it this way: if they're a hugger, I'm a hugger.
Oh yeah. See, I'm a big hugger, kisser. I'm like I'll I will, I will mount a full assault on you.
Good to know. But so the physical contact part about that,
Yeah, I miss it a lot. So
I don't miss it as
You
much
don't
as
really
some
care.
people like you.
sure.
But I think the thing that I like most about this is the innovation that I've seen. And just only because I've been looking for these stories for my radio show, and every day I do my happy headlines, and it's based around the pandemic, and and I'm just it's really inspiring to see what some people are doing,
Yeah,
and it's also kind
absolutely.
of crazy to see like what these 11-year-old boy creates this thing, and I'm like, when I was 11, I was lighting my Star Wars dudes on fire. You know what I mean? Like, it just goes to show.
Yeah. I wasn't doing that, but sure. When I was 11, I was having dreams about Keith Partridge.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
And those big collars with all
and his puka
unbuttoned.
shells.
His what?
Puka shells.
Puka shells.
That necklace with the little
oh,
shells.
yeah.
Now I think he's not with us any longer, but
He just died.
yeah, he did. I guess he had addiction issues, and he just all his organs just said,
up.
We're
outta
done.
here. Yeah. Enough of this.
"We'll see you later."
I mean,
Anyway.
think about it. And most, I mean, considering his life and where he started, he's lucky
Right.
to live that long.
Absolutely.
Most of those guys were dead by the
Yep.
time they were 25.
Yep.
you know?
Yep. But anyway, yeah. So no, I think it's really cool. I think it's, because you have all kinds of responses from people from, 1 to 100 on, I hate change. I love change. This sucks. Let's
Yeah.
go back. Why are we doing this? Blah, 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 which is driving me crazy, and I have to stay off social media.
Yeah.
But I am taking it as, well, for one, it gave me a really freaking great opportunity to connect with my daughters when they were home.
Yeah.
Because being a single mom, sole custody, there was not a whole lot of, let's just sit down and
Right. You were constantly
braid your
going.
hair.
and
Yeah.
all that kind of
And
stuff.
my kids, I had like the overachievers, of course. They all played 3 sports. They all played instruments. They all scouts, whatever. And that's how they got to college on little or no money. But anyway,
You hear that, Sean?
extracurriculars.
And it doesn't matter how many instruments you play, okay, pal?
No, one-man band. So whatever. Oh yeah. So I didn't have time. So now, I had so much fun with my daughters. There were in between bouts of depression and crying, but
Yeah.
I really realized what a gift it was, and I'm sad that my son couldn't come up from New York City. But I'll make it up to you, honey. There was a lot of stuff going on in the crock pot that never went on before. Sorry, it was all chicken nuggets and hot dogs when you were a kid.
All right.
But anyway,
Oh,
yeah. Oh, I know. I'm just.
That's kind of how it is now, though. They don't eat anything.
But that's the thing. I mean, they wouldn't. Oh, okay. So that's all they would eat. But then, no, my kids have to be they're not afraid to try anything. So by the freaking time they're 15, 16, they're, you give them a birthday meal. You're like, where do you want to go? Oh, I want to go to Red Robin, whatever. My kids want to go out for sushi. Jesus Christ.
A good
anyway.
Mongolian place?
Exactly.
Ethiopian
Good
really
Mongolian
would hit the spot.
barbecue.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, but I love my kids and they're really well-rounded. How, I don't know. But change. So
Yeah.
that I'm taking it as an opportunity to be innovative.
And see, that's how you have to approach everything.
That's what I say.
And you're a creative person, and you see these
I am.
things. Well, look what
No,
you're creating today, just in the last 42 minutes.
Oh my God.
Hint. But
Oh, I was
no.
gonna shut it down.
I'm just kidding.
clock
I'm
is
just
ticking.
kidding. No, but I think that there's certain ways that you can approach these things, and you can either complain and be upset, or you can take it on the chin and be like, this is what we got. There's nothing we can do about it, so let's make the best of it.
Exactly. And that's what I've had to make out of my life since my divorce and raising the kids by myself.
That's your MO.
That is my MO. My modus operandi. Mo, not ho. Although I thought about it a few times when I was
back to the poll.
And yes, exactly. The Quinnipiac poll. But no, that's why I wrote a book like how many years ago? 7 years ago now. So I want to go back and rewrite it because like it seems like dated to me now. But anyway, it's called
Second edition.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we were talking about changing and going with the flow, making the best of it. So the name of this, the book is like just essays, stories of my trials and tribulations, but funny, how to combat it with humor. And so the title of that book is When Life Gives You Lemons, At Least You Won't Get Scurvy. So
I love that title.
Thank you. And
because it's true.
It is. It is. I'm telling you. That's how...
if only the pirates would think that way.
Exactly. But they figured it out. Is it lemons or limes? No,
lemons.
Both. I think it's both.
It says life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, right?
Yeah.
So,
but I'm just thinking the scurvy part. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much any citrus.
That's what I thought
do it
too.
For you.
Google that, kids.
Also, penguins are very high in vitamin C, by the way.
Oh, really?
Something that old Shackleton found out when he was, or Admiral Byrd, or one of those guys.
Yes, one of those great explorers.
Fishy.
Why the hell would you want to go to the North Pole or Antarctica?
Because it's there. Because I need somewhere to have a large beard and a spear.
Men do stupid shit. I'm telling you.
Murder little seals.
You know what my favorite food is? Reservations.
Hey.
Oh. All right. So change. Yeah, that's what I want to tell people. Like, everybody's bitching about, oh, we're going to have to wear masks, we have to do this. And it's like, just like try to find a way to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because like anger and bitterness is like a wasted emotion,
energy.
waste of energy.
Yeah.
All right. One quick last thing before we go. I wanted to like have games to play. Okay. I wanted to have segments on this new shenanigan hour.
Okay.
45 minutes, whatever, turning into an hour. Was going to be 30 minutes, whatever. So
it's organic.
Let it grow. Is. Let it grow. Let it grow. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this game called Social Media Smackdown, where like I would find like a thread, either Twitter or wherever, and where it was an ongoing argument, and like read different excerpts and kind of be like, Joe Smith says, no, we can't do that, blah, 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 blah. And then be like, oh, you got a point there. Oh, that's good. And then
take up one side of the argument.
Yeah. And then also kind of laugh at some of the, because people say ridiculous shit. But I couldn't find anything that wasn't controversial or annoying.
You have to go.
Like, I don't want to get into the whole politics.
The only way you're going to find something is if you go in one of the techie rooms, in the techie pages where dudes are sitting around talking about, which flat screen monitor gives the best color response.
Yeah. That might even be funny to do because I wouldn't know what the hell they were talking about.
So some of the people are there quite funny, and they respond with just really horribly damning comments.
Ooh.
Really like, someone, I like this monitor. Oh yeah, well your mother sucks. Really?
That's my kind of argument.
It's like,
no,
really?
That's what I can't stand. That's what my ex-husband used to be like, go from 0 to 60. And like, it would be just an argument. Like, I asked you to, honey, I asked you to take the garbage out and you didn't do it. Oh, well, I fucking hate your family. Oh, well. Jesus. Alrighty then. It was just go for the jugular. It was like jump 10 steps ahead. But anyway, I digress. All right, we're going to play a game. Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother story.
Always is.
But okay, so this game we're going to play is called This or That.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to ask you two different things, and you just pick one, and we'll go from there. Okay, Soft or hard tacos?
I'm going to go for soft tacos.
Okay. Yeah, because like the hard ones, when they like get stuck up in your gums, that feels like a razor blade.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm guessing, I think this is like this kind of goes what we were talking about earlier. Like, I guess I'm thinking about like temperature outside. Really hot or really cold?
Really hot.
See, I'd really...
I was raised in South Florida. That's my go-to.
Oh, well, yeah. But see, with me, you can always put on more clothes.
See, I say you can always get yourself cool, but sometimes you just can't get warm.
Honey, I've had hot flashes. Sometimes there's no getting yourself cool.
Perception is reality, my friend.
Have you ever had a hot flash?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Never mind.
Not due to menopause, but, you know.
I didn't say anything about menopause. That's you putting...
Menopause.
No, you can have certain foods give me hot flashes.
Sure.
Like they make you flush.
Yeah.
And flush. Yeah. Like tacos.
Oh.
See? Full circle. Okay. Here's one. Better gas mileage or more power?
Gas mileage.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a dad.
You know, like right now, being a mom, being a single mom, better gas mileage.
Be like, more power.
Oh, hell yeah. If money weren't an object and I didn't feel guilty about being an environmental douchebag, I would say more power, because I had a Dodge Durango in the early 2000s.
Yeah. That was a beast. Yeah.
I loved that thing. I lived in Colorado at the time, and I could like go through the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, you need a Durango when you're in Colorado.
Yeah. And the other thing is, you know, then I moved back here. I lived here, and then we moved there for my ex's job, and then we moved back, and we're in the big Durango in the the snowy snows, and someone would like rear end you. Not a scratch on
their
my
car's
car.
all mangled.
Yeah,
and you're
exactly.
like, damn it.
Could you wipe that off, please? All right. So, more power. All right. Hardwood floors or carpeting? I'm talking about flooring.
I'm gonna go with hardwood.
Yeah, I would go with that too. Except I don't know, the way my hardwoods are looking in my house right now, they probably should be carpeted. So.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Okay, cake or pie?
Oh, shit, what kind of pie? I'm gonna go with pie, because key lime is my favorite. So key lime pie.
Mine too.
See that?
Oh my god.
See that?
Oh my god. Key West is one of my very favorite places, and my significant other. We have a joke. Whenever we go down there, we go on a pie tour, a Key West. Like we try the key lime pie at every place in town. See who has the best.
Yeah. And they're all better than anywhere else.
Oh yeah, and like
because they use real key limes.
You're right. Their worst pie is better than the best pie up here, and that's what they say about. Never mind.
Hey.
Okay, one last one.
Sure.
New Order or The Cure? Oh, he gives me the face. You don't like either?
I would have to say The Cure, because I can't remember the New Order's song. Oh, yeah, no, I like them better.
Blue Monday. Thank you.
Yeah, I like them better, because The Cure was just a bunch of whiny... Oh.
Yeah, they were a little emo. They were better.
I'm so sad all the time. I ran out of mascara. I don't know.
You know what? They were better in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, because they were formed in like 77 or something. And they were cool. They were more like punk, but then they got like... in the late 80s and 90s, and they got overproduced, and then they said, hey, let's run with this goth thing, and then they got annoying. But anyway,
we'll agree. Very nice.
All right, yay.
So which one did I pick, this or that? A little bit of both. Yes.
This, that, this.
Right.
Overall,
so I'm kind of a this
you're
guy.
a this guy.
I'm a this guy.
This guy.
This guy.
Right here. All righty. Got anything else to say before we go?
Buy war bonds.
Oh, buy bonds. Okay. Rockvox Studios.
Yes. Rockvox.com.
I was just going to say that. That would be ROCVOX.com.
Yes. Do your podcast here. We do e-learning. I can put a voiceover demo for you together if you want to start doing voiceovers. Do video work as well. And I'm just a hell of a nice guy to be around.
Oh, he is. And I can vouch for that one.
And I have a coffee machine here. We have a cappuccino maker.
Wait, how come I was not made aware of the cappuccino?
Well, because I don't have any of the coffee here right now, so I couldn't offer it. I brought it home the other day.
See, folks, you can take part in
I
the
didn't
cappuccino.
say I was great at what I did.
Yeah, I know. No, you are. We love Rockvox. Come on down. Check them out. Check them out, rockvox.com for more information.
In beautiful Bushnell's Basin.
In the basin.
Scenic Bushnell's Basin.
Scenic, luxurious. Do you remember, just speaking, have you ever, I know, total, do you remember the Pocono, they used the Poconos?
The Poconos?
Oh, wait, you weren't, on all the, like WPIX, the New York channels, they would always, like, advertise the Poconos places, and they're like, beautiful Mount Airy Lodge.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I don't know.
During the Yankees games?
Yeah. Phil Rizzuto for the Money Store.
Rizzuto for the Money Store, yeah.
Oh, my God. All right. So on that note, that's it for Madge Unmuted today. It
was fun.
Yes, thank you.
Make
thank
sure
you so much.
What do? You like and share and subscribe.
Okay, I have that on the paper, Scott.
Oh, you got a script there for you.
But thank you. You go right ahead and say that stuff. But no, but you
comment.
You're too, Scott.
Rate and
Fitz,
review. That's what it is.
I have like, share, subscribe, like. Oh, not lick. Whoops. Like, share, subscribe.
Don't lick it.
Because you'll get the Rona. Because you don't know where that's been. So, Scott Fizgerald,
yes.
Check him out on his social media, which is basically all under Scott Fizgerald, or is it Fitz?
Rockvox. Recording and production. You can look Bottom Feeders, the movie on Facebook, and then we've got Fitz on the radio, and then
Look at all the things.
Way too many pages, some of which I've forgotten.
Yeah, that's that. Some are better off for me anyway, not you. But anyway, so yes, Scott said, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this podcast. And you can check me out on like pretty much all the social media platforms under Madge Madigan. All the platforms except for 10 meter. Remember that one?
10 meter.
The 10 meter platform diving.
Oh, I get it.
Greg
the diving
Louganis.
joke.
Yeah,
Greg Louganis.
I did that in high school. Sorry. I'll do better next time.
Are you on Tinder by any chance?
No.
Okay.
Don't tell John. No, I am not. I am.
Rate and review. The double R. That's what we want. The more rating and reviewing of this podcast, the better it is for the show.
Yeah. Do that.
And it'll be available wherever you get podcasts.
Wherever you.
The big ones are Apple, Google. I mean, obviously you found it if you're listening to this right now. So
SoundCloud,
but you can also look at
iTunes,
iHeart.
Yeah.
Well, that's done.
iHeart New York. No, iHeart Media. So that's it.
Yeah. Good job.
That's it. Thank you for this first episode. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. Until next time, kids.